I am terribly sorry that you had to see that, but what's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today could be a very, very special day, and it's up to you guys watching right now. As of today, August 31st, 2018, if we look at my sub count, I want to see how many subs am I away from 50,000. We currently have 49,828. So guys, I will be live streaming later today. So if you guys are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that sub button because we'll be doing a live stream later to see if we can hit 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. Oh, I'm out of breath between all that dancing and getting hyped up about 50,000. Like, to be honest with you guys, when I first started making videos about a year ago, I never thought I would get here, and I have butterflies and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. It's the craziest thing. And I was gonna say thank you guys for all your support. So now that we have that out the way, I just wanted to plug myself real quick. Let's go ahead and get into the baseball news because yesterday was actually a pretty eventful day. Nothing too crazy happened, but there was a lot of stories.
And you know, every ball that you hit hard.
That one is drilled to right field. There it goes. See ya. Home run number 300. And the Yankees take a 2-1 lead. 300 for Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton started his career with the Miami Marlins and he hit a huge amount of home runs. Now the craziest part about that is he was injured for most of his tenure with the Marlins. So now that he's with the Yankees, it's such a small stadium. Hopefully he can stay healthy. I'm actually curious how many home runs Giancarlo Stanton is going to hit in his entire career. Because Giancarlo Stanton is now the 5th fastest player to reach 300 home runs. The only people that are ahead of him are Ralph Kiner, Ryan Howard, Juan Gonzalez, and A-Rod. It's absolutely insane what he's doing. Hey Siri, how old is Giancarlo Stanton?
According to my sources, Giancarlo Stanton is 28 years old.
Okay, so he's 28 years old. He is about to enter his power prime. So I am just hoping that Giancarlo Stanton does not get hit in the face or hit anywhere on his body or make a bad play in the outfield and tear something. So Giancarlo Stanton, I'm praying to the baseball gods that you stay healthy for the rest of your career because this guy, he might have a chance to hit 600 home runs.
High drive! Left field! And
all right, so we have other news about the New York Yankees. Now, he was not a New York Yankee 24 hours ago, but now Andrew McCutchen of the San Francisco Giants, yeah, he was just traded. There's a lot of things that we can go over in regards to this trade, Andrew McCutchen to the New York Yankees. The one thing I want to address is he's only hitting 238 since the All-Star break, so that's not going to cut it. He's got to pick it up just a little bit. Now, there is a silver lining. He does have 15 home runs on the year. He has 55 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, and a 772 OPS, which is not horrible, but it's not the best. Anything's better than Shane Robinson at this point. So the good news for Yankees fans is the fact that they now have a bat in their lineup that is going to be a whole lot better than what they had before. The bad news is this mean that Aaron Judge actually has an injury that is worse than what they actually speculated it to be because they said it was a wrist contusion. They said that he would be back in 3 weeks. It's almost been a month now. So we will have to see how that story pans out in terms of Aaron Judge and his wrist. I'm hoping that he comes back pretty soon because I want to see how the Yankees and Aaron Boone structure their lineup when Aaron Judge comes back. I have no idea how that's going to work. I don't know if they're going to end up platooning Andrew McCutchen or how that's going to work. I'm not a manager, and honestly, I'm glad I'm not. So we saw that Andrew McCutchen got traded, and he's a big name. What other big names in Major League Baseball are on a trading block? So the first thing that jumps to my mind is Josh Donaldson of the Toronto Blue Jays. The only thing holding him back from being traded right now is the fact that he's coming back from injury. But the two teams that are linked to Josh Donaldson are the St. Louis Cardinals and the Cleveland Indians. Now, you guys know I'm an Indians fan, and I honestly don't think that we need him. Jose Ramirez is at third base right now. Jason Kipnis is at second base. He's having a down season, but he's serviceable. He'll be all right. He just hit his 100 home run, and you got to be somewhat decent to have 100 home runs in Major League Baseball. So now I'm going to turn it back to you guys in the comment section down below. If you guys are going for a playoff spot, would you want your team to trade for Josh Donaldson, or would you think that you're better off without him?
Shohei Ohtani's on the mound. 2-2 to Crone. Got him swinging. Down goes Crone. Down goes Smith. 2-2. Yes, he did. Down goes Robertson. Down goes Span.
Shohei Ohtani this Sunday against the Astros will be making his return to the pitching mound, and I cannot be more excited. I just hope that he doesn't gas it up to 102 like he did when he first started off with the season because he just came back from injury. I want him to kind of settle in. He's been raking at the plate. If you guys don't keep up with Shohei Ohtani, maybe you guys aren't Angels fans. If you're just baseball fans, I encourage you guys to just look at stats every single day so you can keep kind of in tune with all of baseball because Ohtani, he's actually raking. He's got 15 bombs already this year. And just the fact that this man is 4-1 as a pitcher, he has 15 bombs. He's one of those guys that he he's going to be good for a long time. If he can stay healthy, Shohei Ohtani, I don't know if he's going to be a Hall of Famer, but he will cement his name in baseball history as one of the best overall baseball players that this game has ever seen.
Popped up shallow center. Almora in. Baez out. Wow. Javier Baez with a grab. 2 down.
In a one-run game, so a lot of green space between the infield and the outfield, and Baez closed in a hurry.
Honestly, guys, the debate between who is the most exciting player in all of Major League Baseball might be over, and that's coming from a biased Indians fan. I think that Francisco Lindor, with his big smile and just the way he plays as hard as he possibly can every single inning of every single game. I think the only guy next to him, or maybe even ahead of him in terms of just you want to see him play, is Javier Baez. This was a 5-4 ball game in the bottom of the 9th, and Ender Inciarte actually hit that ball. We all know Ender Inciarte can fly, so if he gets on base, it might have been trouble for the Cubs. And again, Javier Baez is just making a case for himself to be the NL MVP. There's a whole other list of MVP candidates that we can talk about. I will make a video on that, I promise you guys. So let me know in the comment section down below. Is this kind of like the second comment of the day? Who do you think is going to win NL MVP? Because I want to get a lot of your comments kind of collected so I can put it in my next video, which is going to be who will win NL MVP.
There's a high fly ball in the left field. This ball has a chance. It's at the wall. It is gone. Back to back. John Gant, the 2 hits in his career have been home runs. It's 2-0 Cardinals.
Our next clip is going to be something that is a little bit weird, but it's a fun fact for you guys. So John Gant, a pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, is the first player in Major League Baseball history to have 2 home runs before getting on base in any other capacity. So he's hit 2 home runs before he's gotten a single, a double, a triple, reached on base by an error, and gotten walked or hit by a pitch. So he is 2 for 36 with 2 home runs and nothing else. No walks, no reached on errors, no intentional walks, nothing. Which is just kind of a funny fact to bring up because we're in 2018. Major League Baseball has been around for almost over 100 years, so it's just crazy that this is the first time ever that this has happened. So today is August 31st. Today is the last day of August. So what I want to do is I want to go over the Offensive Player of the Month and the Pitcher of the Month, at least in my opinion. So on the offensive side, I got to go with my man Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. has 38 hits in August, which means that he just surpassed just a guy named Hank Aaron as the most hits in 1 month for an Atlanta Brave that is 20 years old. So yeah, when you're beating Hank Aaron for a record as a 20-year-old, I got to put you on my list as the #1 offensive player. Not only did he have 38 hits, he had a .339 batting average, 10 home runs, 20 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases. So whatever you need Ronald Acuna to do, he can do it. And then on the pitching side, I was really torn if I wanted to go with Jacob deGrom or Cole Hamels, but to be honest with you guys, I had to settle with Cole Hamels because he was 4-0 with a .69 ERA, and he lowered his ERA 1 full run. It went from 4.7 to 3.7. That's crazy. Now, you can make a case for Jacob deGrom as well because he had much more strikeouts. He's on a worse team, everything like that. But just because the Cubs are in a playoff spot right now, I had to go with Cole Hamels. All right, guys, so now we are going to get into the standings, my favorite part of these videos. So in the AL playoff picture, the Red Sox are 8.5 games up of the Yankees now. The Yankees were 6.5 games. Everyone thought that they were going to come back and win. Then the Red Sox kind of closed the door on that. In the Central, 14 games out are the Twins. Don't have to worry about that. The Indians pretty much have that clinched. In the AL West, the Astros are now 2.5 games up of the Athletics. The Mariners are down there at 7 games, so sorry, Mariners fans, I don't want to say anything else. The Yankees and the Athletics are still in first and second place in the wild card. Now the Mariners are 4.5 games back of that. Now if we go to the National League, this is where things get a whole lot crazier. In the NL East, the Braves are still up by 3 games against the Phillies. So the Phillies, they gained a game. In the NL Central, the Cubs are up by 4.5 games, and then the Brewers are down by 5. So that's going to be, I don't know about that, guys. In the NL West, the Diamondbacks are up by 1.5 games, and then the Dodgers are now down by 2 games. So the Diamondbacks are tied for first place, then the Rockies are in first place, then the Dodgers are 1 game back. Both the NL West and the AL West are going to be something that we have to pay attention to for the rest of the season because they're going to flip-flop back and forth depending on their schedules. And then in the NL Wild Card, which again, I'm not sure how this is going to play out, the Cardinals are up by half a game, the Brewers are in second place, and then you have the Rockies at 2 games back, the Dodgers at 2.5 games back, and then the Phillies at 3 games back. So holy smokes, we have a lot in store for us as baseball fans. We could not be more blessed to watch what is going on right now, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there, guys. Thank you all so much for watching again. I will be live streaming later today on YouTube, so guys, do not miss it. We're going to try and pass 50,000 subscribers live, and I hope to see you guys there. Without further ado, it's been Fuzzy. Keep it real, keep it awesome, and TGI Friday, yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.